If you tried explaining Bitcoin to a person from ancient Rome, they'd probably think you flew in on a UFO from another planet. Bitcoin is literally digital money that decided to ditch the government and go on a wild adventure into its own cyberspace. Think of Bitcoin as your secret stash of cash, except instead of hiding it under your mattress, it's all digital and locked away in the depths of the internet. But here's the real magic. It's literally the most secure money on the planet. We're talking Fort Knox levels of security, but for your digital dollars. And the best thing about Bitcoin, there isn't a big bank or government controlling it. You have complete freedom over your money. But if Bitcoin is just digital money, independent from the government, where does it all come from? Yeah, this is where it gets just a bit confusing. Bitcoin isn't just floating around in the air, waiting for someone to grab it. It's actually made by computers solving really hard math problems. But here's the twist. There's only a limited number of Bitcoins out there, kind of like a rare Pokemon card. That's why some people say Bitcoin is like digital gold. It's valuable because there's only so much of it. Alright, I get it, but what exactly is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, a virtual currency designed to act as money and a form of payment outside the control of any one person, group, or entity, thus removing the need for third-party involvement in financial transactions. But if the government or bank isn't holding my money, what is? Unlike normal currency, Bitcoin is created, distributed, traded, and stored using a decentralized ledger system known as the blockchain. But what's a blockchain? A blockchain is an advanced database that allows transparent information sharing within a business network. A blockchain database stores data in blocks that are linked together in a chain. A blockchain is distributed across numerous computers rather than on a centralized server to make sure that if one computer goes down, every computer has the data to keep it running. But how? A network of automated programs deployed on these computers oversees the blockchain, executing essential functions for its operation, and each block contains the hash information in the previous block. But what does this do? This creates a chain of encrypted blocks that contain information from blocks all the way back to the first block of the blockchain. These blocks say where the money comes from, where it's going, and the hash timestamp, or unique identifier. It also says how much is being sent. Think of Bitcoin like this. Every one Bitcoin can be split up into 100 million Satoshis. It's like if Bitcoin was a dollar bill, the Satoshis would be the pennies. But instead of 100 pennies making just $1, it's 100 million Satoshis making one Bitcoin. And you may wonder, where do Bitcoins even come from? Instead of having a bank making new money, new Bitcoins are made during Bitcoin mining, when new Bitcoins are entered into circulation. Bitcoin mining is the process of verifying transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain by solving mathematical puzzles, for which miners are rewarded with a new Bitcoin. Mining is conducted using hardware and software to generate a cryptographic number that is equal to or less than a number set by the Bitcoin network's difficulty algorithm. The first miner to find the solution to the problem receives the Bitcoin reward, and the process just begins again. Now remember, there's only a limited number of these special Bitcoins. Actually 21 million to be exact. It's like finding rare Pokemon cards. There isn't an infinite number of them. Alright, cool, you're starting to get it, and you're probably curious how much a Bitcoin is actually worth compared to money. Well, at the time of recording this video, one Bitcoin is the same as having about $70,000. Yeah, that means one Bitcoin is worth more than the average American made in the last 12 months. And even crazier to think about, in 2017, it wasn't even worth $1,000. It has gone from hundreds to 70,000 in just 7 years. Just think how much Bitcoin will be in the next few years. You're probably saying, bro, you should have told me this at the beginning of the video. Where can I get one of these? Getting your hands on Bitcoin is a bit like stepping into the world of online trading, but instead of stocks or bonds, you're dealing with digital currency. First off, you'll need to find a platform where you can buy and sell Bitcoin, kind of like a digital marketplace. These platforms are called cryptocurrency exchanges. It's like a virtual stock exchange, but instead of trading shares of companies, you're just trading Bitcoins. One of the most well-known digital marketplaces for buying and selling Bitcoin is a platform called Coinbase. It's a very popular choice for beginners and experts because it's just so easy to use. When opting to mine Bitcoin instead of purchasing it, many mining programs are available. The most popular Bitcoin mining software is CG Miner, but you should always do your own research before hopping into whatever money printing operation you're working on. Once you do get your Bitcoin, you're going to need a cryptocurrency wallet. This is how you will use your Bitcoin for purchases. I personally use a Ledger wallet because it's the only mainstream supported hardware wallet. It looks like a little fancy USB drive with a screen on it that shows me just how much Bitcoin I have. But more importantly, it acts as a key that allows me and only me to access my crypto wallet. It means that little pesky internet thieves can't just hack their way into my wallet no matter how hard they try. So yeah, Bitcoin may or may not be the future. It's kind of too early to tell, but it's definitely the closest thing we have to digital gold. And that's because the government can't just print more of it out of thin air. But why doesn't the government just do that? Why don't they print more money out of thin air? We answered that question in this video. Check it out if you feel like it. Thank you for watching.